Hello and welcome back to Joe's Math Tools. So this is part 2 on converting our proper fractions to a decimal number. And if you're ready, let's get started. If you're working with a fraction that you're not comfortable with converting to a decimal number, look to see if the numbers have any factors in common that will help you to simplify or reduce that fraction before you get into the division portion. So for example, with 12 and 15, I know that both of these numbers have a common factor in 3. And because of their common factor in 3, that means that I can now simplify both parts of my fraction by dividing by 3. So 12 divided by 3 will equal to 4. 15 divided by 3 will equal to 5. So now that I have reduced this fraction to numbers that are probably a little bit more manageable for me, I can now go ahead and convert my 4/5 into a decimal number by dividing my 5 into 4. So 5 can divide into 4 since 4 is less than 5. So 0 times 5 will equal to 0. 4 minus 0 will equal to 4. We're going to now input our decimal points, add in a 0, bring down that 0, change 4 into 40, and 5 will divide into 40 8 times. 8 times 5 will give us 40, and 40 minus 40 is equal to 0. So my fraction 12/15 as a decimal number will be 0.8 or 8/10. Let's try our next example. Feel free at this point to pause the video, reduce your fraction to its lowest term, and then convert the fraction into a decimal number. And when you're ready, unpause the video to see if both of us got the exact same answer. So let's begin. With 6 and 18, I can reduce both parts of this fraction by dividing by 6 since both of these numbers are in my 6 time table. So 6 divided by 6 will equal to 1. 18 divided by 6 will equal to 3. And now that we have reduced this fraction to its lowest term, we'll divide 1/3 to convert this fraction into a decimal number. So we know that 1 can divide into 3, 3 can divide into 1 since 1 is less than 3. We'll add in our 0. 0 times 3 is equal to 0. 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. Let's add in our decimal point. We're going to add a 0, bring down that 0, changing our 1 into 10. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. We're going to add a 0 again. Bring down that 0, changing 1 to 10. As you can tell, this is what we call one of our recurring numbers, where we're going to be caught in a loop and keep repeating the same pattern. I remember I told you in earlier videos that whenever you're working with your recurring numbers, we put a dash above the number that's repeating to indicate that that number is a recurring number. So our decimal number for 6/18 will be 0 and 33 hundredths with a dash. Or remember that you can also use a dot above the numbers that are repeating. So that's how we indicate that we have a recurring number. Okay, so I hope this video is very helpful to you. I hope it helped you with converting those larger fractions that you may have into a decimal number. And remember that there are some fractions that can be simplified, and there are some where you are just going to have to dive into the division because you are unable to reduce those fractions any further. And I'm going to show you how to do that in our next session. So make sure that you stay tuned for more videos from Joe's Math Tools, where we make math